Desperate scramble toward one of the first aid trucks to arrive in the city of Pazarcık. It was at the epicenter of the second deadly quake that struck Turkey. Much of this community is now unlivable, and many of the dead still lie buried. Residents say these rescue crews arrived 36 hours after the quakes. They're trying to find the 8 people believed to be under all of this. We cannot stand it anymore, says this woman. I've been constantly crying. Her son called his family after the first quake to tell them that he and his wife and 2 children were trapped. They haven't heard anything from them since. Rescue workers believe they found a spot where people are buried, but everyone in this crowd seems to sense this is a recovery mission. You have no more hope. Throughout the town, several buildings look like they're on the verge of collapse. And so it's leaning. Yeah. This was the home that Demirci Surun shared with his mother and his brother. They managed to flee their house after the first earthquake. When they returned after the second, it was clear there was no going back.
It's finished.
He and others told CBC that the government has sent very little help and not much aid here. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who is facing re-election in May, visited the town along with other hard-hit areas. He vowed to rebuild everything in a year and quell growing criticism. He urged people not to listen to, quote, the provocateurs and only official government information. During his tour, he visited some of the displaced residents living in government tent camps, but not the Saskara family. 3 generations now living in a makeshift shelter on a sidewalk, in a room thick with black smoke and a fire that doesn't keep them warm enough. It's getting below zero, she says. We need someone to save us, and we don't have any other option. Turkey's president said his government would never leave people on the streets, but the scale of this disaster means that's where many are now. Others are sheltering in bus stations, mosques, even hospitals, anywhere that's warm and safer than the neighborhoods they've fled. Briar, Stewart, CBC News, Gaziantep, Turkey.